Okay, guys, Dan here from Hardwood Hollow Skills. Doing a little quick job here, modification to a gas can. A lot of gas cans come with this chintzy little plastic vent cap. They are notorious for breaking. In this case, the tether right here always breaks. So what I'm doing is I am replacing them with a screw-on valve stem. Now, I'm not going to take credit for this. I saw it on YouTube, and honestly, it's been so long ago, I don't remember who the guy was that I followed that showed it, but I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. I forgot to film while I was doing it, so I'm just going to walk you through it real quick, show you the parts I have. I got a 4-pack of these, I think, from a tire shop a while back when I was having some issue with my wheels and we thought the valve stems were leaking. So we figured the screw-on type that have the rubber seal here, when you screw this down, it tightens up that rubber gasket and it's leak resistant. So I needed to get some that were considered high pressure, which these are. Turned out I didn't need them for that. So after seeing the other video, I still had them, and I'm going to go ahead and use them for this. So here's the first modification you see here. I drilled this hole, and that's a 1/2-inch hole. So I have my drill with a 1/2-inch bit. This is a brand new bit. It's very sharp. So what I did was I would go in and drill just a tiny bit, and as soon as a shaving curl came up, I was using my utility knife and cutting that shaving off continuously to prevent anything from falling down into the tank. When I got down to the final part, I would push kind of hard, and that would let the drill bit go in, and then I would pull back sharply, and the edge of the drill bit would cut those shavings off and pull them right out of the tank. So that's what I did. It worked for me. Then to get them in here, that was the real challenge. So in order to do that, I used this piece of copper wire. So what I did was, with this cap off and with this hole drilled, I fed this in through the 1/2-inch hole, and I just kept going in and out and bending it until it got to the right position to come out through the hole over through the fill hole. Once it came out through the full fill hole, then I stripped my valve stem down, and slid it over. Oh, there's too much bend on that. So I have my needle nose pliers here to straighten that bend out. That bend is important. So you slide this through. Very important to use copper wire because it has to be soft. And then at the end, I just apply a little bend that keeps the valve stem from coming off. So you can see here how it's in there, and then that bend keeps it from coming off. Then that allows me to go ahead and feed the copper wire through like this, through the fill neck, loop it around till it comes out through that hole. Now when it comes out through that hole, then I take, and I added this, I added a 1/2-inch stainless steel washer that I had, add that on, add the washer that comes with it, add that on, and then dropped it. The nut that came with it, added that on, and then let all of that slide down the wire until it meets up with the valve stem, at which point I start tightening it until I get it hand tight. And once it was hand tight on here, then I would pull back, push the wire back through like that, and then just pulled on it really hard and let it come out, and then the valve stem stayed right there. Then I used a 1/2-inch ratchet and just went on there to tighten that nut. Now if it spins on the bottom, you can't get a hold of it from the backside. The rubber is going to grab eventually, So if the whole thing spins in there, all you want to do is come in there and just really quick, boom, give it quick little taps like that, so that the rubber gasket inside has a chance to grab without the thing spinning. If you can do it really quick like that, that helped me to get it tight. The other thing I brought out, as you saw, the needle nose pliers. When I was trying to feed this wire through, sometimes I'd have a hard time getting a hold of it there. So I had these needle nose pliers I could reach in there with and grab it. And I had this wire. It was just a piece of wire that I'd bent to hang something up for painting, ergo the white paint on it. So I could hang it up from my garage door and paint whatever I needed to paint. But that little hook came in handy to reach in there and grab that wire once when I couldn't get it to come through. Between the pliers and that, I was able to get that wire through the filler neck. Once I got it tightened down, then I just put a cap on it, and that's got a little rubber gasket in there. I use these caps because I have them. I'm going to be ordering some red caps to go with the red fuel can on Amazon, and they're also going to be a set of red caps to go on my tractor to match the paint job on my tractor. And then once I finished that, I had a bunch of a mishmash of old nozzles, and so I went ahead and switched them all over to the Easy Pour nozzle. So that was one of my older nozzles, and the Easy Pour nozzles I have use the larger 7/8 inch opening as compared to the smaller spout that was there before, so it will pour out a lot faster, especially with this good vent. Each of these does include one of the plastic vents. They just don't stand up to sunlight very well, and this thing cracks, so this will prevent that. That'll never bleed off like that, or crack like that. They include 2 different fill caps with different thread patterns. Typically these are considered diesel when they're yellow. Black is considered gas, but you just got to use whatever fits your can. In my case, 2 of my cans take the yellow, 1 took the black, and my other can over there, neither of these fit it, so I had to retrofit it with its old its own original cap. They do include also a tether for this cap. And the way the tether works is you're supposed to loop it around here, snap it together, and once you snap it through that hole, then there's another set of ribs down here that will hold it around here, and then this little nub will go through one of these on the cap. I never use them. I've tried putting them on. They are a pain to try and get through there. What I did finally found out that worked was going back to my needle nose, gripping it really close up to the top like that, and then I was able to pop it through. I just don't care to use them, so I don't use them at all. So there you go. 2 quick mods that you can put on your gas cans that make them a lot better, where these older style cans versus the safety nozzles. All my safety nozzles have broken or stopped working. This one's not a safety nozzle, but it's supposed to be a self venting nozzle. They never work right, so I like them as far as the old ones go, but these new ones with the larger diameter and everything, they're going to just work so much better, and I'll be able to fill my my lawnmower. Both of these tractors are diesel that are sitting here, but my 0-turn mower uses gas, and my generator uses gas. And of course, that being said, for both of those pieces of equipment, all 4 of these cans, there's a small 2.5 can at the bottom, but all 5 of these cans have non-ethanol 100% gasoline in them. A little more expensive, but it's much, much safer for your 2-cycle equipment and 4-cycle mowers and stuff. Just much better for them than the ethanol fuel. All right, there you go. Hope that helped. Like I said, you can get these on Amazon also. I just happened to need them quicker, so I went to a local tire shop, and that's how I did it. I did not put the vent on this can. It has one of the plastic vents on the back. The reason for that is when I mounted it, I mounted it too low, and right now the gas is above that line, so I have to wait until I pour some gas out of it, and then I can replace it with one of these. All right, hopes that helps. Dan, Hardwood Hollow Skills Channel, I'm out.